The reason why middle class doesn't become rich, with the same cash flow without any additional money, make the entire purchase or expense absolutely free.
But what is the mistake they make when they're buying a house?
I would not call them a mistake, I would call them lack of information to optimize in your decision. I'm 90% sold, but I need one more reinsurance and then we will take it further. So in 90s, people used to invest in gold and properties. 2000, 2015, people started venturing out to other assets, especially equities. And after 2020, after the COVID, people have become more interested in equity. I believe that instrument is not important for you to create wealth. The way you manage the instrument is very important for you to create a wealth. Regulated products. We don't talk about cryptocurrency, which is not regulated in India.
Correct.
It's all regulated product which customer can invest.
And do you have any mantra for them to really cater higher returns and safer return?
None of the investment comes with a guarantee.
How does this Gift City is a real gift to NRIs?
Gift City has become darling to NRIs. So Gift City is not only beneficial for NRI, it is beneficial for Indian also.
Okay.
For an Indian, Gift City is a gateway to invest in the world. If you are going to spend money in INR, save in INR.
Okay.
If you're going to spend money in dollar, save in dollar. So that you are not bothered about currency becoming stronger or weaker.
So what is, according to you, insurance as a product?
He wants to have a good career. He wants to get married, have a good family, give a best lifestyle to the family, enjoy his own health and wealth, and create a good corpus.
Correct.
If you want to achieve all those things, you need a security. Something goes wrong, you should still be able to achieve all those things. And that security is what insurance is.
So if you see all these three, dollar, gold and a silver, what are the opportunities that we can take advantage of these three?
Well, you should be diversifying your portfolio. That's the first and primary thing you should be always remembering. Diversification of the asset class. You should diversify cross country. And you should diversify cross currency.
But I have not seen a client who wakes up in the morning and say, "Aaj mere ko insurance kharidna hai."
Because insurance basic rule is insurance has to be bought when you don't need it. The day you need it, you'll never get it.
Bang on. Welcome, Mr. Chetan Joshi. Welcome to the Retirement Series Season 2. We are delighted to have you today. Mr. Chetan Joshi is India's #1 insurance expert. His achievements and accolades have been celebrated and rewarded across the globe. We will learn more from him today. The magic of making money, magic of multiplying the money, magic of saving money, and he has varied experience. His job is to meet a lot of clients every day, and every day he will learn, and every day he will advise them in the best way. Welcome, Chetan sir. Welcome to our podcast. How are you feeling? That pehli baar aap, I know you've been to a lot of places and a lot of stages, taken awards, meets everyday clients, but I think in a new avatar of podcast, what do you want to tell the audience today?
Thank you, Niranjan. I'm so happy to be over here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, it's a new avatar to be on podcast, but I like trying new things.
Okay.
And that's where you learn.
Absolutely.
And today I would love to share the way people should manage money.
Absolutely.
Because what I've seen is that earning money is easy. Where people fail is how to manage it.
Correct.
We've been taught about maths, about science, about technology, but very few times we've been taught about how do you manage the money.
Absolutely.
And I think I might be able to throw some lights on that today.
Okay. So when is the first time in your childhood, or I mean, you being a Gujarati, you know how to manage money, आपको तो मालूम ही होगा. But लेकिन when is the first time that money, the matter or the interest or a compounding or these things came into your brain, like any childhood experience from your parents or any business? How is that first time you heard that money hai, paisa hai? How was your childhood like?
Well, I'm Gujarati, so obviously money runs in our blood.
Correct.
But I have learned the money magic mantra through life practical experience, and many of them were through a hard way.
Absolutely.
My father expired when I was just 8 years old.
Oh.
And my mother has to raise me. I was a single child of my mother. and she has to struggle to earn money. And after all the struggle, she used to save some little money, put in a bank. And when I was seen her withdrawing the money from a bank, she used to just go on reinvesting the maturity of the FD. The discipline, the consistency results in a big wealth creation on a long term is a lesson which I've learned by watching my mother doing the same.
Awesome. Sir.
After my father expired, just on 13th day, my mother had to start looking out for means to earn money. And
Right.
that has taught me the importance of insurance. How important is insurance for the family when the bread earner is no more?
Yeah.
I've also seen that by earning money, you never become rich.
Correct.
You have to learn how to make your money earn for you.
Absolutely.
And only when there is a double income, one which you earn, second which your money earns for you, is a time you can walk the path of becoming a rich. And
Correct.
all this lesson I've learned
And a
through
heart.
my practical upbringing, little on a hard way,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but that has made my concept absolutely clear, absolutely strong, and I have multiplied the wealth based on the learning which I did on my childhood.
Okay. And after your college schooling and all, so were you always inclined to be getting into financial advisory, or do you insurance advisory or mutual fund distribution? When was your first journey as a, I mean, like to get into this field, which made you today a number one insurance expert? So, which is the first day that you got into it?
So interestingly, I'm a software professional.
Wow.
After I cleared my college, I went into IT. I
Okay.
was 17 years into information technology field and worked a lot with technology systems and everything. Okay, so taught me how to be structured,
Process.
how to be process oriented,
Correct.
and how to make best use of the technology to automate the maximum amount of thing.
Correct.
And during those journey, I came across CFP program, which is a certified financial planning program.
Okay.
And I did it because I liked it.
Absolutely.
And after that, I got much better clarity that this is something which people are missing. They need a simple way of managing money.
Correct.
Because we all earn money, we all spend money, we all save money.
Correct.
Sometimes we invest also,
Absolutely.
but none of them is structured, goal oriented, as per your risk appetite. And once I've seen that my own friends, relatives, my colleagues, my close circle, most of them are missing in the right way of managing the money.
Correct.
I thought I should be doing this job which will help them achieve their goals, and I will earn some punya also on that.
Yeah.
So it's all started with freely guiding my near and dear one about how to manage money. And slowly, it got converted to a profession of helping people manage their money.
In your wildest dream, also, you would have never thought that you will be India's number one insurance expert or a financial guru. I mean, it's a career which has started after 17 years of your work in IT, right?
Absolutely right on that. See, as a software guy, we used to shave once in a week. We used to be behind servers. We
Absolutely.
used to be
Data.
on coding, data, securities. It's a different world altogether. And when I shifted to finance, when I shifted to helping people understand how they should be managing money, how should be they should be first identifying the goals and the timeline. And when I see that people benefits immensely with a structure of managing money, when they give you a compliment that Chetana, because of your guidance today, I'm able to send my child abroad.
Wow.
Because of the discipline and a continuation which you ask us to continue managing our money, we are able to retire earlier than what our original timelines are. It gives immense happiness.
Absolutely.
It's a different feeling.
I
I
know.
think that's the reason which is kicking
Yeah.
us to keep going.
Education, marriage, these are the goals which are very important for any parent, and you have addressed them and they are related with the kind of advice you have given. I'm 100% sure. So when you've decided to quit your IT field, and so you've started your journey, right? In initial days, because you are well read, I know that whether it is IT or finance or any subject I give you, I mean, after I mean, it'll be a little unfair, but I can compare him with Elon Musk. The reason I'll tell you, you give him anything, Chetan Bhai will read and come back to us in 24 hours. So that's a power of any human. If you are interested, if you learn and become what is that, it will suit in 24 hours. That means you are really passionate and intended to do that. So I've seen that quality in you. That's why I've compared with Elon Musk. So when was the first time have you faced difficulties, because you're in IT, you have to client interface, direct calling, direct meeting people. People feel that they have knowledge, they have a full knowledge, but so all these questions would have come in. So how did you build your career in insurance, finance, and mutual fund and everything?
Well, the first thing which you have learned is never sell, help people buy.
Absolutely
My job is to educate.
correct.
I tell people this is the data, this is what, as per me, the right way of you managing money. These are the pros and cons. Now you take the decision.
Absolutely
If you give them a right data in a right manner at the right time, most likely they are able to take the right decision.
correct.
Decisions are always taken by the client because it is their own money, it is their life. But they need someone to help them to take the right decision.
Correct.
And that someone would be me.
Absolutely
From a initial start of my career, in fact, I shifted from IT to finance in 2007, December 2007. In 2008, there was a global crisis.
recession. Yes,
So I directly jumped into a global crisis
correct.
when I started my business,
The first challenge.
the first challenge. But from the first month itself, we went into break even.
Absolutely
In fact, we grew 15% on that first year of global challenge.
awesome.
And what we have learned is, A, never go to a client with the expectation of making a sale. Always go to a client with a clear intention of making a difference in his life. Let me understand what is his requirement. Let me understand how is he managing his finance, what is the risk appetite,
Correct.
and then give him a right perspective of how he should be managing his money.
Yes.
I think if you go and educate rightly to the customer understand that, and he starts taking the right decision. And once he takes the right decision, and I just have to pursue him to take the action,
Correct. Absolutely.
which results in a success which he builds up.
In a customer life cycle, let's say that his starts his first job, and he works for a little time. Then he gets into a institution of marriage. Then after some time, the kids will come in. Then after some time, the kids' education. Then you have till retirement. There's a cycle of customer. Now, in your experience, where do you see the customer is not investing? Is it because of lack of awareness? Is it because there's choosing a right financial advisor, or is because that he never intend to save, or even if he wants to save, there are a lot of people who save in a wrong instruments. Uh, your experience, I've seen you guiding your customers. In one of the conversation, you said that when my kid is in US because of you, my daughter got married without any hassle free, because if you're consistent advice and my discipline, you ensured that I'm disciplined and I made money. So in this customer life cycle, what is your best advice, that what should people do to be in the race?
Well, I believe first people should realize, are they capable of managing the money on their own, or they need someone help?
Yeah.
Reaching out to someone for help is not bad.
I know.
From childhood, we do that, right?
Yeah.
As we grow, first we reach out to our mother and our parents for help. We have a choice of started walking on our own, or we have a choice of holding our parents to learn how to walk. Holding a parent's hand will help us walk a little faster and better.
Great.
Then we go to a school or a college, we take help of our teacher. However good and smart the student is, It's difficult for him to just study the books and give the exam and pass. He needs someone to explain the concept better.
Absolutely.
The same thing when it comes to managing his own money. If you have someone to explain the things better to you, it always helps.
Correct.
So first, a client should understand whether you want to go DIY model, which is do it yourself model, or you want expert managed model, where you want someone to guide him,
Correct.
tell him what are the pros and cons, so they can take the right decision. Nowadays, you have a huge information options available.
Absolutely.
I mean, information overload is there.
Correct.
What makes sense is your right mindset to make sense out of those information.
Yeah.
And maybe an expert can guide you to develop those right mindset to make sense of those
Yeah.
overwhelming information about it.
Absolutely.
What I've seen is that most of the time, client spends time in accumulating a money to buy his basic requirement like house and a car.
Correct.
After he makes a token payment of house or a car, balance of the life he spends in just repaying the loan which he has taken to buy his house and car.
Absolutely.
And by the time his loan is repaid, his retirement time is nearby.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have much time to accumulate a corpus for that. With that practical challenges in mind, we have developed some money magic mantra where we teach client how to buy a house, how to buy a car, how to send children abroad for education, and still with the same cash flow without any additional money, make the entire purchase or expense absolutely free.
Free.
Absolutely free.
So let's say that today someone wants to buy a home. You are saying that there is a mantra that will make his EMI and house free of cost.
Let me give you an example. A client came to me saying, I want to buy a 5 crore house.
Okay.
1.5 crore would be my down payment, and 3.5 crore will be a 20 years loan.
Correct.
And this is going to pay my EMI.
Correct.
Based on the same down payment, based on the same EMI, you showed him an alternate way of buying the same house where he could buy the house and make the entire house free and loan interest free.
Oh.
Zero cash flow, complete house is free for him.
This is real mantra only. So it's a magic. So you and is this experienced by your clients that your advice on this? Can you elaborate that? What are the mistake they do? While I understand that they need a personal advice from you, but what is the we will learn about the mistake, not the solution. But what is the mistake they make when they're buying a house?
I would not call them a mistake. I will call them lack of information to optimize in your decision.
Correct.
What I try to do is teach a client how to do optimum utilization of available resources.
Correct.
Resources are there with everyone.
Correct.
But a talent to optimize is something which people are missing.
Absolutely.
So let me take the house example again.
Okay.
One would obviously have sufficient money to make the down payment.
Correct.
Obviously, everybody will try to make the maximum down payment from a self corpus. And whatever is a shortfall, they'll take the loan.
Correct.
And most of the time, they'll try to prepay the loan as early as possible so that they get rid of the interest burden.
Absolutely.
This is generally everybody does it.
Yeah. Universal phenomena.
It's a universal phenomena. This is where we ask them to look at the alternate method of doing the same transaction and what will the benefit a client would accumulate.
Okay.
And once we show them the alternate method, pros and cons, and clients see the benefit, then they are ready to change.
Yeah.
We are doing for almost 25 years and we have a 100% success ratio of client making his house and a car free. In fact, one of the client just couple of months back bought 10.5 crore house. And he just discussed with me that this is how I'm planning to purchase the house.
Okay.
I showed him that why don't you look at my alternate way of purchasing the same house with the same budget. He showed me, okay, go ahead and show me. I showed him a method with the same budget, same cash flow. He would not only buy the house, but he will make 150 crore profit. His reaction was, Chetan bhai, what are you talking? Is this really possible? I said, let me explain again to you. Again explaining. He again understood how he will not only make his house free, but from the same budget, he will make 150 crore profit.
Huge. That is.
He says, this is something which is too good to be true. I need time to digest. I've understood that this is absolutely possible, knowing you for many years. But 150 crore is a big corpus.
Yeah.
Let's sit again. I'm 90% sold, but I need one more reinsurance and then we will take it further. So the kind of benefit which a client gets after they look at the alternate way of taking their transaction is phenomenally great. And we have so many success stories with us where client has actually benefited and made his house and a car purchase free with the same cash flow.
A car, I can understand, it's a depreciating asset, but still that is like a comfort for someone. It is a luxury. I mean, to make a house free and make a corpus of 150 crores. I mean, this is something which I haven't heard of, but I'm sure that you, with the kind of client base you are increasing it day on day basis, this is working out for you. Definitely, this is working out for you.
The reason why middle class doesn't become rich,
Correct.
because they lack the vision to become rich.
Okay.
They spend their entire life in buying the life necessity and paying for that
Absolutely.
and creating some little bit corpus for the children education and a retirement.
And accumulate BP, sugar, and all.
That's all. By the time they accumulate little prosperity, they would have a higher pressure with them, which could be a blood pressure or sugar.
Yeah.
If they know right way of acquiring all the life necessities and still creating a great wealth with the same cash flow, we don't ask you to increase your income. We don't ask you to reduce your expense. We ask you to maintain the same thing as it is, just manage the money differently.
Absolutely.
And then you will prosper and you will become wealthy.
Okay, absolutely. On this, I would like to come to the point that in India, the fastest way of making money, there are only two things. I mean, as per my, is it one is real estate and one is your stock market or equity. So, do you agree with this? As you rightly said, is middle class missing this bus? What do you feel?
So in 90s, people used to invest in gold and properties. 2000, 2015, people started venturing out to other assets, especially equities. And after 2020, after the COVID, people have become more interested in equity.
Correct.
There is a trend which is changing. The same way, besides equity and property, which is still a good vehicle to create wealth,
Correct.
but that's not only vehicle which create wealth. You have options of alternate investment also, which is future. I believe that instrument is not important for you to create wealth. The way you manage the instrument is very important for you to create a wealth.
Like an example, sir.
Let me give you an example. Many times you want some money for contingency. So you keep money with you in a bank account.
Okay.
Maybe you'll put money in FDs because you believe that I can't invest that money. What if I need money in emergency? All of us does that. Is always a prudent idea
Yeah.
to keep some money for contingency.
Correct.
Business people have a current account. And any money which is lying on a current account, they don't earn any interest on that.
Correct.
We can teach you how can you make 12 to 15% annualized return with a high level of liquidity on the money which is there in your current account and the money which is keeping for contingency without any equity market volatility.
So, are you saying that they don't need to care about volatility? They really don't need to care about any contingency without disturbing that. You'll still make a CAGR of 12 to 15%. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's possible. 15% return in 7 months, 20% return in 12 months, and 25% return in 18 months without equity market volatility is what our client has actually earned. And these are short-term tenure without any equity market volatility, government regulated instrument available in the market.
Okay.
So what it requires is client mindset to look out for opportunity.
Absolutely.
Openness to evaluate those opportunity and little risk appetite to try out those opportunity before you invest bigger money. And you can invest a test case which is as small as just 1 lakh rupees.
Yeah. And see the
manage,
Test the water.
experience it yourself, test the water. If you like it, take it further. If you don't like it, hey, you got your money back in 7 months. It was just 1 lakh rupees which you had invested.
Correct.
So unless until you are not
And all
ready
this
to
is
try
all this has a approvals, regulation, regulator.
regulated products, we don't talk about cryptocurrency, which is not regulated in India.
Correct.
It's all regulated product which customer can invest. Try it out. So from a gold to property to bond to equity, if the client has migrated because they have tried a new instrument, they have taken a benefit part of it, and then they have started encashing the profit of those instruments.
Correct.
Same way, besides a bond and equity and a property, there are other avenues of revenue which if the client tries, test it, like it, if it matches with the risk appetite, certain percentage of the portfolio, if they put it over there,
Yeah.
they would see a great difference in the portfolio return.
Correct. Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, in the recent times you have seen, and I really want your expert comments on that. There are two commodities which people are debating: gold, silver, increasing. You to know, I should invest in gold, I should invest in silver, I should have bought it at that time. So there are a lot of ifs and buts. So how do you see these two commodities doing well, and including the dollar, which is going up? So I mean, you're wearing a jacket and a tie which has a dollar, right? So if you see all these three, a dollar, gold, and a silver, uh, the rupee is diminishing and the dollar is getting stronger every day. To the friends in or abroad and to us, what are the opportunities that we can take advantage of these three?
Well, you should be diversifying your portfolio. That's the first and primary thing you should be always remembering. Diversification of the asset class. You should diversify cross country and you should diversify cross currency.
Absolutely.
If your portfolio is sufficiently diversified across asset, country, and currency, then whatever is a volatility in one of the asset class, your other asset class will make sure your portfolio still grows.
Correct.
Indian equity has not performed for almost more than 2 years.
Yeah.
If INR investment is done by an NRI, they will actually lost money because the dollar has become stronger.
Yeah.
But if you had invested your money in debt, in property,
Correct.
in INR equity, in international equity, in commodity gold and silver, your overall portfolio return would have been positive.
Absolutely.
So A, you should diversify. B, you should be clear about what should be your percentage of each asset class in your portfolio. For that, you should know your risk appetite.
Yeah.
And risk appetite again comes with your life goal. First, you need to define what are your life goals.
Life thoughts, yes.
What tenure you want to invest. I ask all the customer, how much you want to invest, how long you want to remain invested, and what frequency you want your money to come back. Based on these three things, you are able to decide which instrument you should be investing.
Okay.
So whether you should invest in gold, silver, or a dollar-based investment, my answer is you should be investing in all in a right proportion.
Correct.
Based on your individual risk appetite and your timeline when you want the money to come back to you.
That's always there with but still for our benefit of our NRI friends who are staying in US, Canada, and across Australia and across Dubai, UAE, and you are right now you're interacting with a lot of UAE customers and US customers. Uh, where are the international markets? What is the status? State of mind of an NRI today. And do you have any mantra for them to really cater higher returns and safer return, and wherein that money can be taken back to their own base?
Well, first we ask them that you should not be only looking at the return, you should be looking at the risk-adjusted return.
Okay.
Secondly, what is the end usage of that money which you want to use? You want a money in your home country? Please invest in a dollar-based investment. You want to spend money in India? You can consider investing in INR investment. Nowadays, we have seen that loss of NRI. There is a trend that post-retirement, they're spending more time in India.
Okay.
Almost 40% of the time they would like to spend in India.
Absolutely.
Balance time they would like to spend in their home country. So for a retirement, maybe a 40% of retirement corpus they should create in India in INR, and balance of the corpus they should create in their home country.
Yeah.
So there is no need for you to transfer money from abroad to India to fund India retirement or vice versa. India retirement, fund from INR. Foreign retirement, fund from your own currency.
Correct.
So if you keep both the corpus separately, the problem of currency getting stronger or a weaker or conversion doesn't arise.
Yes.
Secondly, in INR, on a short-term investment time horizon, you're able to still make a good money if you don't want to take the money back.
Correct.
So loss of NRI who wants to keep money over here to take care of the spending while they visit in India or while they spend more time in India, that money they invest in a alternate investment to generate those 15 to 25% probable return.
Correct.
Mind you, none of the investment comes with a guarantee. Those are the potential return which they would have.
Yes.
So short-term money you want to spend in India, they put it in INR. Long-term money is always advised to put in dollar-based in investment. Nowadays we have options like Gift City,
Correct.
where they can invest in dollar and take it back in dollar in the home countries.
So how does this Gift City work, sir? I mean, there are a lot of instruments in Gift City again. But how does this Gift City is a real gift to NRIs?
Gift City has become darling to NRIs.
Yeah.
If they invest in India through a normal INR route, they need to open a bank account, have a KYC,
Correct.
file a tax return, there will be tax deducted. They have to handle lots of compliances.
Correct.
But if they invest through a Gift City, he saves on all those hassle.
Absolutely.
Is invest in India without compliance problem of India.
Correct.
They are able to invest in dollar. They have any which is in dollar. And when they want the money, take the money back, they get the money back in dollar in their home
Correct.
account.
Which was not.
So it becomes very, very easier for that. The ease of doing business is the reason why NRI want to invest in India would prefer invest via Gift City route compared to an traditional INR route.
Correct.
Yes, there was a challenge of minimum $150,000 investment required for an NRI to start an investment. Now even those challenges are overcome.
Correct.
And now NRIs are
As-
able to invest with a
as-
smaller ticket size.
As low as
also.
4,000.
So if that options are there, now the world is open.
Yeah.
If you want your money to be taken back, invest via Gift City in dollar. If you want your money to remain in India, you can consider INR investment options.
So the journey of Gift City has been little fair longer only, and you have observed the Gift City returns in the various instruments, and you have interacted with few of your customers. So, what are they excited about, sir? Like when you explain this product?
So Gift City is not only beneficial for NRI, it is beneficial for Indian also.
Okay.
For NRI, is an inbound investment. Gift City working as a gateway to enter into India and do investment in India debt or equity asset class.
Okay.
For an Indian, Gift City is a gateway to invest in the world.
Yeah.
Indian can invest under LRS limit, and through Gift City route, they can invest into US
Yeah.
or other countries also.
Correct.
Now imagine there is an Indian who want to send his children abroad for education.
Yeah.
That means he will be spending in a either
Dollar.
euro or a dollar.
Absolutely.
So it's better you start saving in dollar.
Yeah.
Because if you save in INR for 15, 20 years, and by the time your child is ready to go abroad, you find the currencies become very strong.
Absolutely.
So your calculation will go haywire.
Correct.
But if you had started investing through Gift City route in dollar only, then your corpus creation is in dollar, your spending is in dollar, you are at least saved from a currency fluctuation. Also, it will work as a diversification, country diversification.
Awesome.
Your
And
local goal, do it in INR. Your international goal, do it in dollar.
dollar. Yeah. And dollar has its presence and the stronger presence in across a lot of countries. So it really helps an Indian also to, as that is what you're trying to explain us.
So Niranjan, we don't know in future dollar will become stronger or weak.
That is also another
The past history says dollar will become stronger and stronger.
Correct.
All I'm saying, if you're going to spend money in INR, save in INR.
Okay.
If you're going to spend money in dollar, save in dollar. So that you're not bothered about currency becoming stronger or weaker.
Let's come to the real expertise of Mr. Chetan Joshi. You're India's top insurance advisor with a lot of companies. You know the product, but to be honest with you, after me working in insurance companies also, it is still the most undervalued, misunderstood product in India. That can be, I can say that some of the mistakes of real agents who made the mistake of pushing the product or not advocating or giving the right advice. So that is created. But I have not seen a client who wakes up in the morning and say, "Aaj मेरे को insurance खरीदना है." So, so what is, according to you, insurance as a product after being sold to a lot of people, and I have interacted with few of your clients. They said that before Chetan Joshi, my perception towards insurance is one, and after Chetan Joshi, the entire perception towards product has been changed. So it's all yours, sir, because you are the expert in this. So you can take us through from basics to how do we need to use this product in wealth creation, retirement planning, child education, protecting ourselves in terms of any kind of a eventuality. So all yours.
Well, all client is interested is to live his life.
Correct.
He wants to have a good career. He wants to get married, have a good family, give a best lifestyle to the family, enjoy his own health and wealth, and create a good corpus.
Correct.
That's what he's focusing on.
Absolutely.
All what we need to do is to tell him that if you want to achieve all those things, you need a security. Something goes wrong, yes, you should be still be able to achieve all those things.
Absolutely.
And that security is what insurance is.
Absolutely.
If you really love your life, if you really love your wife, if you really love your family, then you have to make sure that under all circumstances, they are taken care. That's your duty.
Correct.
जीवन के साथ भी, जीवन के बाद भी. Life is full of uncertainty.
Absolutely.
We all hope for the best, but we all have to plan for the worst.
Okay.
So hoping for the best is in your hand, planning for the worst is in my hand. That's where insurance comes in a picture.
Absolutely.
You want to buy a car? Please buy. You want to buy a house? Please buy.
Right.
But if you are buying from a liability, you are taking a loan, protect your family from the burden of liability. And the only product available is insurance.
Absolutely.
So all what we do is, we just place the importance of insurance in whatever he's doing in his life to make sure that whatever is done is 100% secure. So the moment you get married or moment you become earning member of the family, you become a earning asset for the family.
Correct.
This is emotional value. You are a earning asset for the family.
Absolutely.
Every asset need to be protected.
Yeah.
So even you need to be protected. So what we are saying is insurance is nothing than a replacement of your economic value of your life.
Yeah.
Moment you have acquired economic value, you should protect that economic value. And that's when insurance comes in a picture. So primary insurance is nothing than a protection.
Yeah.
It's a risk mitigation tool, transferring the risk from your family to insurance company. As long as you are earning and taking care of the family, great. Something happens to your earning, insurance company will start taking care of the family by giving them the financial security.
Correct.
And that is what you should be doing. Buy insurance for protection. That's a primary purpose of insurance. Nowadays, with a smart management, you can create wealth also through insurance.
Absolutely.
So using government tax-free quota, if you invest using those limits which government has allowed you, you will get a tax-free maturity on equity in debt.
Correct.
If you use that quota, you are able to get a better return than a similar asset class on debt and equity
With an insurance.
with an insurance.
Brilliant.
There is another option available for a business owners.
Okay.
Business owner can use business insurance.
I just want to come back to the one thing, sir, is that insurance is generally, a lot of people think that it's a middle class product or an upper middle class product. Now, I meet when I interact with a lot of HNIs and ultra HNIs, they feel that हमको क्या करना है insurance से. So you made brilliant premium collections in insurance, okay, by cracking these HNIs and ultra HNIs. What is that you want to convey to the audience, that where is this product really makes a difference in their lives? Oh, I mean, like value add. If I will not say it will make a difference, but it will value add.
For a middle class, it's a protection.
Correct.
They need it must, because in case of crisis, they cannot see their family in tears and in problem.
Absolutely.
So they should be buying insurance for protection of the family. For HNI, it's a preservation of the asset. They can optimize their wealth using a vehicle of insurance. HNI is not much concerned about growth of the asset because they already have a good asset. They are more concerned about preserving the value of the asset they have with them and passing a legacy to the next generation.
Absolutely.
And that is where insurance can be one of the excellent tool for a legacy planning.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's the only product one should be investing, but that should be one of the important part of your portfolio.
Okay. Absolutely.
So whether you use insurance for protection,
Or legacy.
whether you do it for tax optimization, whether you use it for asset creation, or whether you use it for legacy planning.
Yeah.
There is a room for all the requirements, and insurance can cater to do that. Is insurance only solution? Answer is no. You have so many options available. Along with that, you should have insurance also.
Okay.
It's diversification.
So quickly, I will take 2 minutes of your time of your buying a right health insurance product. Health insurance is there with everybody. Like my health insurance kiya, health insurance kiya. But what according to you is today somebody has to pick up a health insurance. What is that Mr. Chetan Joshi will do and has that kind of a product with you?
First, we have to understand whether he has got individual health insurance or not, because still many people depends upon employer provided group health insurance to take care of his and his family health insurance requirement.
Absolutely.
So we always explain them that your employer provided health insurance is good, but those are rented cover. What you need is an ownership cover. As long as you work with a company, that cover is available with you.
Correct.
What if you leave the company and start a career like how I started after 17 years?
Correct.
If not, what if you retire at age 58 or 60? That time you try to buy an insurance,
Not easy.
might not get it, because insurance basic rule is insurance has to be bought when you don't need it. The day you need it, you'll never get it.
Absolutely.
So
Bang on. Yeah.
you buy insurance now, let your health insurance accumulate no claim bonus. In case of claim, obviously claim from a company health insurance. Let your policy accumulate no claim bonus. The day your company insurance is not available, like when you become independent or you're retired, this is going to be a primary protection. Health insurance is nothing than your expense replacement cover. All the expenses which is done on the treatment of your health problem is reimbursement through health insurance. If you're living in a metro country, you should be buying a health insurance equal to the treatment of the critical illness in a good hospital in your city. So in a place like Mumbai or a Delhi, a minimum 10 lakh rupees health insurance is mandatory.
Correct.
And nowadays, you have an option available that you can top up to almost 1 crore with amount as low as just 125 rupees per month.
Absolutely.
So we easily advise client to have a very cost effective
Top.
1 crore health insurance, which will be sufficient to take care of any health cost. Because nowadays, what is the problem of the latest technology improvement in healthcare?
You live long.
They don't let you die,
Yeah.
but they will kill your family with the bill. So if you really want to live long and make sure your portfolio is also not affected, buy a sufficient health insurance.
Correct.
And 1 crore health insurance, if you can buy with hardly 2,000-3,000 a month, there's less than a one hotel meal which you have with your friends and a family.
Okay. Absolutely.
That's what we teach everyone. By the way, nowadays clients are understanding that not only they are buying a good health insurance, they're also buying a additional benefit like abroad health treatment.
Correct.
HNI, if they want to have a treatment for critical illness, they would love to take a benefit of the treatment option available out of India. And there is a health option available which gives a reimbursement of out of India treatment also. So yes, health insurance for a middle class and upper middle class are different. Health insurance for HNI are different. There is a product for everyone in the market.
Okay. So recently, I've in one of the private conversations I had with you, is you're giving solutions to organizations. So that's something that organizations are really looking out for. Organizations look at any anything which can attract their talent for retention. They would love to listen to anybody. Second is they want people who can advise them on saving their taxes. So because in Indian tax system, to be an entrepreneur today, you burn a lot of money in paying taxes. Now, one of the mantras you have, and that is why you're one of the best, India's first financial, not even financial, insurance expert in providing solutions to organizations. So I want you to elaborate that how do organizations can really uh, take your advice and give that mantra to their to retain the employees, to create a lot of long-term capital to their best talent, and yet save a lot of tax and get into profits.
So any businessman have few challenges. First, he takes risk in the business.
Okay,
Without risk, business is
it
difficult.
doesn't work.
Secondly, he has got a challenge of retaining his talent.
Okay.
And he has to spend money and efforts to retain his key people.
Absolutely.
Third thing is he need a tax optimized way to encash the wealth he has created in his business.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we help them with a solution what we have. We show them that if you take a risk on your business, how do you mitigate and safeguard your family from the business risk? So your personal family life and business life should not get affected with the risk of the business life.
Yes.
Then, when you want to retain your top talent, how you have those idea by which your top talent is retained well without you spending any money.
Correct.
So again, we believe in creating more benefit from the same money. So anyway, you are doing so much of payout, so much of HR initiative for the retention of the talent. Without any additional cost, if you are able to retain your key people and they get a benefit because of your initiative, they will stay long. So we teach them how they should be doing it. Cost effective employee retention solution. And the last, but very popular, is tax optimized wealth transfer. Through employer-employee insurance schemes, we explain our organization, HR of the company, and the owner director of the company how they should be doing a tax optimized wealth transfer. So whatever is the client requirement, safeguarding the family from business risk, retention of the top talent of the company, or tax optimized wealth transfer, we have created a unique solutions which we explain them in a simple manner and we customize as per each and every organization requirement. We make sure that it is properly legal
Yeah, that's for
so that they don't come on a wrong side of the law,
Correct.
fully compliant.
Yeah.
And then we present them the solution. We have a great response from the industry. They like it, they love it, and they buy it.
Let's take a smaller medium organization, makes a profit of around a crore of rupee in a year, and they pay a tax of 35, 40%, whatever, all the taxes. Now, where as Mr. Chetan Joshi will come into real picture and can help them to save that kind of a tax.
Well, as per our process, first we sit with the organization and understand what exactly the current situation is. Have they taken a loan liability?
Okay.
How are they servicing the loan? How long the loan will continue?
Tenure.
Who all are the owner director? What is the percentage of shareholding which they have in the company? Have they given a personal guarantee when they've taken the loan for the company? Because nowadays banker take a personal guarantee of the director when they lend money to the company. We understand all those part. And then we tell them what should be a protection planning they should be doing so that in case something happens to some of the key director of the company and the company will have a problem managing running the business because of the loss of expertise, how will they still serve the loan liability?
Correct. Absolutely.
And that's how the keyman insurance comes in a picture.
Yes.
And all the director, based on the shareholding pattern and the liability they share of the loan with the company has taken, will be provided a sufficient keyman insurance solution, so that in case something happens to any one of the director, their share of liability is
Oh.
compensated and company can repay the loan, so that the loss of income is not affecting the servicing capacity of the loan
And the cash flows.
and the cash flows. Also, if one of the director is not there, their share has to be bought out by someone else.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, maybe that family member of the director will be part of the company board and he
Yeah.
might not be competent enough
To manage it.
to manage the company. So company will require money to buy his share.
Yes.
Again, we give the company a solution. How company will have sufficient cash flow to buy out the share of the outgoing director, so that cash flow is not impacted and the balance of the remaining director can still continue the
Correct.
business of the company. When it comes to the retention of the employee, we show a way that how a key employee can be compensated in a tax optimized manner, where he receives more money in hand
Correct.
without company giving more money from his pocket. Again, it will be a cash neutral transaction benefiting the company and the employee both.
Yes.
Like this, we create a solution, but it will be all customized as per the individual situation of a company.
Yeah.
There is not one solution
Absolutely.
fits to all.
Oh, yeah. Go to all companies and say, sir, you save tax. That's not the proposition which you're talking about. That's why you're India's top insurance expert and tax advisor. See, again, in this a lot of organization are not aware of this benefit. The CFOs, CAs advice and all. But a message to a managing director, how they should use this tax optimization resource and really save tax. I mean, a minute advice to managing directors.
Well, I would say that, sir, there is an option available for you to solve loss of your problem. You have a choice. Continue with your problem or seek an expert advice. If you really want a tax optimized wealth transfer, if you really want to retain your key employee, if you really want to make sure that your business risk doesn't spill over to your personal assets and the family, then it's a time that you consult an expert. Know the options, and then it is your call whether you need to opt in or not. We have experience of 100% success ratio. Once the managing director understands this option, he would love to take a benefit of it. Would you have to take a call? Would you like to be the beneficiary?
Great, sir. So he's saying that consult an expert. I will say consult him. So I cannot see any better consultant in that aspect than you, because the kind of clients you acquired and the kind of clients, they're happy with your solutions. And some of the clients have even asked that CFO, where is this plan? Why haven't you explored it? Because you've been hired for that only. So that's a kind of I mean, to not to take credit away from anyone, because that is what you deep dive into the subject of insurance and employer key man insurance. So you just don't sell them as a concept. You sell them, you give them a solution. So how tailor made to their organization. Thank you so much. With this, I'll come to the last two aspects of your expertise. Indian equity has grown from 1990 to 2000. It's a different ball game where the Sensex journey was there. Today, the kind of mutual fund, I will not get into numbers because that's not what we are into. But uh, I want your takeaway on mutual fund, SIP, PMS, different equity strategies are there. Some of the really middle class and the IT employees have really started reading about it, and they've been got benefited out of it. What's your take that in front of your eyes, when you started advising on these aspects, when clients have really put in a lot of faith in you. Now, few of the clients have told you that I have done my son's education, I have done my daughter's marriage. So how is this journey, sir?
Well, I still remember those days in 2002, 2003, where we used to go to a client and give them a presentation what is mutual fund. And we used to understand how it is a risk mitigation tool, how it is a much better way of navigating the volatility of equity. From those days today, everybody knows what mutual fund is.
Absolutely.
Enough is said, enough it is posted, and enough is heard by all the general public about equity, SIP, SWP, PMS. I don't think so I have anything extra to add on there.
Correct.
But I have something to add on. I would say that as a client has taken pain to understand this new asset class, or I would not call it new asset class, new way of encashing the benefit of equity asset class, which is mutual fund, PMS, stock advisory, AIF. The same way now it is a time for people to start evaluating alternate investment.
We've spoken till now about the long-term assets like equity creating returns in a long term, an insurance product which has created a long term. But we are in a generation where people need everything as fast as a Maggie 2 minute Maggie noodles or a pizza fast delivery or a 1+1 sale mega sale. So this is a kind of technological era we are in, and awareness is high. But still, people want to make money in a short term. Now, AI is a big buzz. Now, people say it's a bubble. People say it's going to change the direction of the entire industry, technology industry, and the other industries, and people are you started using it. But you have something called AI with you, which I've been seeing it from past 3 days in your Insta, in your through your company and through your WhatsApp status. What's this all about? Are you shifting your career back again to technology, or how is it going?
Well, Niranjan, AI is future. There is absolutely no dispute.
Okay.
You cannot stay away from AI. You just have to learn how to adapt AI.
Okay.
Now, AI for you is technology,
Yep.
artificial intelligence. AI for me is alternate investment,
Alternatives.
whether it's technology AI or whether it's an investment AI. AI is future.
Absolutely.
As you said, the nowadays generation need short solution.
Correct.
They are not ready to wait for a longer tenure.
Absolutely.
So yes, we have been educated them that if you want to invest into a traditional asset class, you have to learn to remain long.
Correct.
But alternative investment asset class is a one which suits their temperament. It is able to create a return in a short tenure, as small as just 1 year, as small as just 2 months.
Okay.
So with such a small time horizon, they are still able to create a wealth without much volatility with a well controlled risk. And that's the power of AI. So we have been telling lots of clients that you start exploring this new avenue of revenue, learn, try, earn, if you like, and cash
Absolutely.
on a higher slice of your portfolio.
Correct.
That is your call. But at least be ready to adapt, because whether you like it or you don't like it, AI is future.
Future. Whether it is technology AI or the AI which you are talking about is alternate investments, which is the future. And what is your experience like? Any of your clients have really tested your AI model and benefited out of it?
So Niranjan, we have ventured out into AI since 2019.
19.
So
Okay.
it's been 7 years. We have understood the various options available in alternate investment. We study, we put our own money, we try, we test. Then few of the client who has got a little higher risk appetite, we explain them and ask them to do a test case. Once they have got a good result, is a time we ask all other investors to try it off.
Correct.
Part of the portfolio, maybe 5%. And then slowly, if they are comfortable, it is their call to increase the wallet share.
Absolutely.
This we are doing for 7 years by now. And I'll be very happy to tell you lots of success stories. One of the client, for 7 month time horizon, we told them to invest with the expected potential return of 10 to 12%.
10 to 12. Okay.
What he actually earned was 17%.
Oh,
This is not one client. Many clients has earned a return. We have seen that 90% of our client for a 7 month time horizon has earned 12% to 23% return, where the expectation set to them was 10 to 12% return.
okay.
Then we create lots of strategies around that. So one is a product return, second is a strategy return.
Correct.
So we create a strategy by which in just 13 months, a client could earn a return of 25%
25.
on just 13 months without market volatility. So there is a product benefit, there is a strategy benefit. We just ask client to do a test case and experience. And we have seen that a client who starts with 5 lakh rupees with a good experience increase to 25 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees. And the year also goes for 2, 3, 5. I have a client who's invested 10 crore with us in alternate investment. And he's a big equity investor. So again,
There's a validation.
it's a validation. 7 years, if we have been able to cater to the client, it has to be through a successful outcome, cannot be just on a concept. Because all these options are short term,
Yeah.
from 2 months to 15 months. That's all.
And you said all your businesses is legally compliant and everything is approved, validated. Then only you are able to say this very strongly. But why do you think that still this kind of a product has not or have not reached a lot of people? Is it lack of awareness or is it lack of risk taking ability?
Well, as I said, 2003, we used to teach people what mutual fund is.
Correct.
Now we are teaching people what alternate investment is.
Okay.
Nowadays, everybody knows what mutual fund is. I'm sure after few years, everybody will know what alternate investment is. It's just a journey.
Correct.
Maybe a mutual fund or a PMS has taken 10 years, 15 years to have this kind of accessibility. AI would have 5 years to have this kind of accessibility. But with my experience since 2019, nowadays there is a huge accessibility of this product in a market in just a span of 6, 7 years because many people have tested.
Correct.
Now, please understand, you blindly invent this product without having a right strategy, you might not get desired return. In fact, you might get a much lesser than expected return.
Okay.
Investment with right strategy
And
will
right.
assure that most of the time you are getting a desired or above desired return. So I
Right
would
concept.
again re-emphasize, investment is one thing, investment with right strategy is other thing. Where we come in a picture, we design financial strategies.
Okay. And so far, your journey in AI investments, alternate investments, what are the challenges or the questions or the kind of inhibitions that clients have?
Well, the first thing they will always have, I've never heard it.
Yeah,
So we will always have a first mover disadvantage.
correct.
So that's the reason we are never in a business of selling alternate investment. We are in a business of educating about alternate investment. We will take our time, we'll give all the data to the client, we'll give them a material, online matters to read, explain the concept, and after doing all the education, we only ask for a test case.
Okay.
Only after the client does a test case, we wait for those 7 month, 10 month, 12 month, whatever the tenure he has invested. And after he successfully gets the money back with his desired return or a better than expected return, which is the case in most of the scenario, then is a time to sit with the client and say, would you like to take a benefit as per your capacity?
Okay.
Let's talk how much percentage of the portfolio you would like to allocate with them. So we are not in a hurry.
Yeah.
We are in a mission to spread awareness. Slowly, slowly, this thing is catching up a lot. And we are building up quite a lot of client base who has successfully experienced the benefit of alternate investment. And they've been repeatedly investing and increasing the wallet share to this asset class.
So I'll not get into the product. When you talk about alternate investment, uh, is it apart from equity, apart from insurance? How is this product been designed?
Alternate. If you invest in FD, Think about alternate to FD.
Okay.
RBI regulated.
Okay.
If you invest in property, we give you alternate to property. RERA regulated.
Awesome.
So it is nothing than same regulatory, similar asset class, but much different way of managing those asset class. Again, using AI, this time it is artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So with the advent of technology, the traditional way of investing asset class has changed drastically. Let me give you a very simple example. Previously, if you had to buy gold, you walk into a jewelry shop and buy a physical gold.
Correct.
Nowadays, you have gold ETF, gold mutual fund.
Yeah.
NSE has also launched digital gold.
Absolutely.
So if you want to consume, buy physical. If you want to invest, buy digital.
Absolutely.
And the digital is because of the technology.
Correct.
Same way, the use of technology has changed the way you invest into FD, which is nothing than a lending product.
Correct.
The way you invest into property. All this asset class remains same. But the way you harness the benefit of those asset class has changed because of technology.
Absolutely. So that brings to the very important the crisis of the entire India, which is alarming. And one of the series we started is the retirement series of season one, and now we are into seasons two. A few of the speakers have already spoken, and it is an initiative taken by Mr. Girish Patel, who you regard as a guru. You've just said that he's here and he just introduced you. So by 2035 and 2000 by 2047 and 35 to 47, we will have more people, more than 25-30 crores moving into the segment of 60 and above. So these are the big chunk of people who will find retirement as a big crisis, and it's alarming. So what is your take as an expert that retirement, is it a concern, or is it that an individual start should addressing it properly from now onwards? Are we too late, or is India, how is it growing? India is, because a lot of PFRDA has come in, a lot of companies are speaking about pension planning. So what according to you is that people have to do for retirement?
Well, first they have to give a due credit to the requirement of retirement. Previously, a retirement for a parent would be investing in his children.
Correct.
They used to give a good education to the children. They had to spend their entire savings on educating and settling the children.
Sure.
Once they start earning, then children will take care of the parents.
Correct.
That was then. Nowadays, every children has their own independent life. So it makes huge sense that you should be financially independent and not become a burden to the children.
Absolutely.
This is a fact which all of us should realize. The problem is that we have been always taught about maths, science, technology, but we have never been taught about money management.
Money management. Yes.
And that's the reason loss of money management, right decision, we learn through our mistakes. Most of the time we learn through hard way.
Correct. Absolutely.
But nowadays there are lots of awareness which is getting spread.
Yes.
PFRDA is spending lots of awareness. There are products like NPS which is launched, which is a great vehicle for fun to create a retirement corpus.
Correct.
From a salary, people invest in
Yes.
employee provident fund, and they have been creating a retirement corpus. But one thing they are missing is that they believe that they are creating a retirement corpus, but they forget to do a right calculation. Is it sufficient?
Yeah.
If you are spending a lakh rupees today and living a lifestyle worth a lakh rupees, maybe after 20 years, inflation adjusted cost of the same lifestyle could be 3 lakh.
Correct.
So if you make a corpus which will give 1 lakh rupees per month at the time of retirement,
That is
it will be hardly 33% of what you actually need is.
absolutely.
So my value add is that first you should do a calculation about what would be a inflation adjusted retirement corpus at the time of your retirement age, and what's going to be impact of your retirement corpus till your survival age, which could be at least till age 85. First know how much you need, then do bracket calculation, how much you need to save to achieve what you need.
Correct.
Without calculation, if you just start investing in a good instrument called NPS or PAF or even in SIP, those are very good vehicle to create a retirement corpus. But are you sure that that is sufficient?
Yeah.
So do calculation first and then select the appropriate vehicle. That's the first advice I would give.
Correct.
Second thing is do asset allocation. Just because you are investing in PF, that doesn't mean you are absolutely taken care through your retirement. No, you should be spreading your retirement
Corpus.
corpus through a different channel,
Yeah.
different asset class,
Yes.
and then having a discipline. So start early, stay consistent, invest for a longer tenure to create a good corpus. That's an accumulation stage strategy.
Yeah.
When your actual retirement comes, you have to implement your withdrawal strategy.
Correct.
So growth strategy and withdrawal strategy
Has
need not be same.
Yeah.
There has to be some change.
Correct.
On a withdrawal strategy, the most popular option on a mutual fund will be SWP, systematic withdrawal
Withdrawal
plan.
plan. Yes.
So if you have created a corpus
Plus.
in your growth stage in equity mutual fund, you can obviously select SWP and your withdrawal stage.
Correct.
But if you have created your corpus through other vehicle of retirement planning, could be a pension policy, could be an NPAs, could be a provident fund, then you require a different strategy to withdraw the money and utilize for your lifestyle.
Okay.
And that's where alternate investment can be a great help.
Yeah.
If you have created a corpus and now you want a regular income, then a traditional investment vehicle would give you 7% or maybe 8% annualized return with a regular cash flow. With alternate investment, you can earn 12 to 16% annualized return to take care of your withdrawal requirement.
Correct.
So accumulate through a traditional avenue and withdraw through an alternate investment could be a new combination
Yeah.
for you to take your retirement requirement.
So a lot of people in India still rate real estate as one of the tools. They use it as a retirement planning. Now, according to me, the real estate is not real liquid asset. You really can't liquidate so fast. There are people who made money, but it cannot be looked at as a one of the leading retirement planning for you. So, what is your take on this?
Well, I believe that all of us should follow three level of spending when it comes for you to spend the money which you earn. Level 1, you should spend money to take care of your life's basic need. Roti, kapda or makan. Nowadays, car is also part of your basic need. Once you have done that, go to level 2, where you start saving to fulfill your life goal. Could be your children education, could be your retirement. And once that is done, you come to level 3, which is creating a net worth for you. आप आपकी हैसियत बढ़ाओ. When it comes to level 3 of creating a net worth, creating an asset, real estate could be a good vehicle.
Yeah.
But if you use real estate on a level 2, maybe on a growth stage, it would give you a good growth. But on a withdrawal stage, if you depend upon the rental income, then on a residence rental income could be hardly 2.5%, and a commercial could be hardly 5%. So a withdrawal stage real estate rental income might not be a right strategy. It could be a good wealth accumulation or your net worth creation tool, but definitely not a withdrawal stage retirement tool.
Okay.
And again, as you rightly said, it is a semi illiquid.
Absolutely.
So your life goal like children education, marriage, retirement, liquidity, you might not be dependent upon only real estate. A financial asset could be a better vehicle to do that. But level 3, your wealth creation, your net worth increasing, real estate could be one of the asset class you could be investing.
So, as a whole, the subject of retirement, pension planning, legacy creation, living a good life after retirement with a good purpose and a passion, all this comes from the different products we have discussed from our conversation. Having a right insurance plan is very important to have a good retirement. Having the best in health insurance is also very important. Having your asset allocation, which you told us that you should have a diverse asset allocation. You also spoke about AI, which is alternate investments, which can also be a great tool who has started late but want to start but want to put good money into that alternate investment comes into play. There are a lot of pension products in insurance and also pension companies have launched. So overall, we are very far from reaching the retirement goals as an individual, as in a country also. So, what is your final message to the audience that why they should start thinking about retirement planning right from today, or if anyone hasn't started, what do you suggest them?
Well, I would say that when your son or a daughter goes to a college, you'll give them a pocket money. When you retire, if you don't like to ask pocket money from the children, then you start making a provision on your own.
Brilliant, brilliant. I think that's a right way of looking at things. So you have a company, MMX. What exactly happens in organization? I want you to throw a light on what does MMX and how does MMX is different from other financial entities, and what exactly you guys do that you have acquired so many customers, happy customers across globe, and they again come back and come back. The retention is high. They refer more clients. So what exactly your company does?
Well, we are Mumbai based 26 years experience multi financial product distribution firm. Through my company, Mondel MMX Financial Distributor Private Limited, we have been catering to a client almost 1,000 plus families across India and more than 15 countries of the world. Recently, we have diversified internationally through our company MMX Financial International in Dubai,
Okay,
which is more targeted to give a solution to NRI dollar based investment option available.
okay,
And we're so happy that the solution which we are provided from that company, even Indian or any Indian in any part of the world can take a benefit of those solutions to invest into dollar currencies.
correct.
We distribute majority of the financial product available in India. We are like a Amazon of financial products in India.
Awesome.
But our core philosophy remains same. We don't sell product, we help you buy.
Byproduct. Yeah.
So we work like a doctor. First, we diagnose what your requirement is.
Then
Then we prescribe what is the right financial solution for you. We give you all the data point for you to take a decision. We give you right way for you to take benefit of your requirement. And once all information is given to you in a right manner, we help client take the decision. And once he takes decision, we execute, report, service, and review every year with them. So it's a lifelong journey. We become part of the family,
okay.
help them take all the major decision of the family. And that's the reason the moment the children of our client gets engaged, besides the relatives, we are the first one to get informed.
Wow.
Then now is the time for us to utilize a corpus, how much money we have.
So you're a important part of family member in their decision making.
Every time we go to the reception of our client, children marriage, when we go on a stage to greet bride and groom, invariably the father introduces us, this is Chetan Bhai. He is the one who has made sure that this marriage expenses has been taken care.
Awesome, awesome, sir. So right now we will get into an entrepreneurial journey. Uh, every individual who listens to you now, uh, to become a number one financial or insurance expert or insurance advisor, it takes a toll. Right? It's not easy. What, according to you, is a success, and what are the things you do on a day to day basis, or a whole philosophy of you makes you a Chetan Joshi?
Well, first thing is client first philosophy. We always think for the benefit of the client. What is good for the client, it is what is good for us. We believe that if we take care of the client always, client will take care of us always.
Absolutely.
I tell a client that amongst all your friends and relatives, we are the only one when we go to a temple, we never pray for us. We always say that, hey God, please take care of our client, give them sukh and samruddhi. If they get Lakshmi, we will get it from them.
Absolutely.
So we will always pray for you.
Correct.
Secondly, our philosophy is to give right information and give lots of choices to the client so that clients are getting the best available in a market
Okay.
and not just give the same and same option again and again.
Correct.
Because we do diversification and because we always give client to opt for the latest option available in a market, client portfolio is always updated and he never miss out for the opportunity which is available in a market.
Okay.
So investment product diversification, country diversification, and currency diversification assure that client portfolio grows in any volatility which happens in the market.
Absolutely.
And regular reviews to keeping client in loop about what is happening with his portfolio, because there would be some change. There could be change in client family, there could be change in client career. If not anything, there's got to be change in economy.
Any uncertainty.
So regular reviews help us keep in track about the changes and update the client way of managing his money.
Okay.
Our job is not to manage client funds. Our job is to manage client emotions. The money is made by the market,
Absolutely.
but the reaction of the client on a market situation is where
Yeah.
we come in a picture.
And Chetan bhai, is according to you, if one has to be successful in his any career, any life, what are the things you prescribe? Because you can advocate and you can really tell people because you are successful, and I look up to you in a lot of things. That what are the 5 things that an individual should do any career, that whether being an employee or being an entrepreneur, that according to you will make them super successful in their future.
Be honest,
Okay.
be ethical, be 100% in whatever you do.
Okay.
If you don't like doing it, please don't do.
Okay.
But just because someone has asked you to do it, you do it and do it half hearted is not good for you, not good for that task.
Correct.
So be 100% in whatever you want to do it. Study a lot. We spend 80% of time in research,
Also.
and maybe sometimes more than 80%. And always upgrade yourself. Every year we do some course. Every day we try to learn better and better. And always be ready to take feedback.
Yeah.
Someone tells something about you, it's not a criticism. He might generally want you to improve.
This is observation.
It's an observation. So always go on, ask your friends and near dear one feedback. How can you do better than what you are doing now? As long as you are on a receptive stage, you will improvise.
Absolutely.
The day you become that you know everything,
Gone.
you will never improvise henceforth. The world will improvise, you will be left behind.
Absolutely.
So be fragile, be ready to learn new thing, be ready to adopt as per the changes. Don't fear about the changes and try to conquer the change. You will always be the winner.
There's one more aspect that I recently read is that a noise. Like you are successful and you've seen a lot of people. Noise is today's distraction. A noise can be two people talking negative about you, or you can't plead everyone, and you are not there for that. Uh, Others' judgments, opinions, people are getting carried away. Mobile reels, a lot of addiction towards it. So these are the noises which are making people not to progress in their life. How do you manage?
Well, I listen to everyone, but I only do what I like to do.
Absolutely.
I think I'm the best judge for myself.
Correct.
So I take feedback, I take it positively. If I believe that really is good for me, I will implement. If I believe is something which I cannot accept, I ignore.
Correct.
You can never please everybody every time on everything.
Absolutely.
And I accept that. I'll try my best. What I feel is something good for opposite person. And then is a destiny.
Absolutely.
Sometime things might not work the way I expected it to work for my clients. Or maybe in relationship. I always believe in open, honest communication. I'll sit with that person, we'll have a discussion, and I'll tell them that this is what My intention was, this is what my action, but something has happened which is not as per my expectation. What is gone is gone.
Yeah.
But what is there in my hand is to correct it now.
Okay.
Allow me to correct it. I have a full intention to make sure that things are corrected. And together we will achieve what we wanted to achieve. If not this way, let's change the course through other way. I'm a pilot. You're riding on my flight. I don't have a control on the weather, but I have expertise that I will navigate my plane in all the weather and give you a safe landing.
Correct.
If there is a bad weather, if the plane shakes, please excuse me. That's not what I wanted. But the weather is not my hand. But giving you a smooth landing
Easy.
is
Sure.
in my hand.
Absolutely.
Trust me for that.
Brilliant. So, hardships and failures. The hardship is one of the hardship you spoke about is you lost your father at a very early age. That's very unfortunate. I'm very sorry for it. Did you had failures? Did you had hardships in life? And how did you overcome? Or you can take one or two example. Or what is your advice to people that failures will come, hardships will come, and still become successful? What is that they need to have that kind of a character?
Niranjan bhai, for a gold to be pure, there has to be heated in a very high temperature.
Yes,
Then only all the impurity will go up.
absolutely.
Same
Brilliant.
goes in our life. Hardship will come. In fact, it should come.
Okay,
What you learn in a failure, you will never learn in your success.
absolutely.
So everybody has failed. Everybody has made a mistakes. That's not in your hand. That's upar wale ke haath mein.
Okay,
But how do you overcome those failure? What is your reaction to those failure? And what is the learning and collective action you have done? That is in your hand. That is part of your attitude. So I'm always ready to take decision, work hard to make the decision right, accept the failure of the decision, learn from that failure, and next time I'll take a decision with a better mindset. So there has been few failure which I have already encountered in my personal life and a career.
okay,
I have learned the reason for those failure. And next time I have improvised and I've made sure that I will overcome in a much better winner.
absolutely.
In fact, when some employee leaves from my company for a better career growth, I always take exit interview and I always ask, what was something which you like somewhere else you did not like in our organization? Please help me correct it.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy that all the feedback which is given by them has been implemented in our place. And one of my first employee who had left it in a much bigger organization for good has returned back to me.
Awesome.
Now she is at the senior position
Awesome.
and she has found all the drawback which we have is corrected, and now our culture is better than the company where she had gone.
Super.
So yes, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to take risk. I'm ready to make mistake, but I'm confident of learning from a mistake and not repeating it again.
Absolutely. For every individual, there's a past. You built a brilliant career, a brilliant organization. You had hardships, you had failures. The present, you're number one financial insurance expert in country in a lot of companies. Uh, the future, which is very important for you as an individual, as an organization. What is that you're looking at as a future, as a vision of an organization? Personally, you want to grow. I mean, you've already become an expert, and it's still a long way to go. You'll always say that sky's the limit. But what are your vision individually and both in terms of organization?
Well, first thing I understand that the biggest enemy of the success is success itself.
Okay,
Moment you get a success, you feel, oh, I've achieved in my life.
absolutely.
And never let that thing happen to me.
It doesn't get
Maintaining a
into your head.
success is much more difficult.
It doesn't get into your head.
Never.
Okay,
So now trying more harder. I'm trying to implement more artificial intelligence solution to do my business better.
okay,
Implement better automation in my company.
okay.
We have created volume. We have been having a good growth for so many years. But we have to make sure that we sustain and even grow much better. That's the reason I'm doing lots of courses. I'm increasing my knowledge. I'm I'm increasing my scope, my horizon. I'm expanding myself internationally.
And
I'm
I have a
learning
question.
AI.
I will disturb
Yes.
you here. One of the important aspects of a very successful person is time. Time is money. Always say that you can earn money, but if you don't know how to manage your time, you are not in a right frame of mind or a right circle. Right? How do you see this concept of time as a new currency?
Well, time is a currency. If you have to become a successful in your life, personally or professionally, you have to learn to do a time management. It's very simple. You have to prioritize. Do only what you can do. Everything else you delegate. Let it go. And if you give priority to only important thing which can only be done by you will give sufficient time to that.
Absolutely.
The most used app on my phone is my calendar. And my calendar is shared with my all team member. So all the appointment is managed by the team, not by me. They prepare me before the meeting. I only conduct the meeting. And after the meeting, the minutes of the meeting and everything is taken care by the team only.
Great.
So hire a good talent, give them empowerment, trust them, train them, and leave everything else on them. They will make your life much easier.
Absolutely.
Also, what I have learned in my life is always upgrade.
Upgrade.
Never ever be what you are now. So if you go on upgrading your knowledge, go on upgrading your talent, then you always become better person what you are. And that's where I deploy my maximum of time. So if I delegate, prioritize, and judicially utilize the time, we can achieve a lot. And there's one more thing which I'll agree with you. Time is a currency.
Correct.
You should know the value per hour which you are spending every 1 hour. My per hour cost, I should know that, which is nothing than your annual income divided by number of hours which are working. And you have to make sure that if I spend 1 hour somewhere, I have spent worth of that 1 hour. Have I made sufficient earning from that 1 hour? So for
That's
me,
where
1 hour is an investment,
absolutely.
not a spending.
That's where I said I'll compare you with Elon Musk. Elon Musk does exactly the same. His employees and his organization, his office, he's reviewed every 15 minutes. That's little micromanaged, but the kind of results they're getting it, the feedback they're getting it. So I think people who value time will go to that kind of a stage. Uh, as you rightly said, time is a new currency. I've seen, I mean, one in front of me, Mr. Girish Patel, and you, and a few of the people. I'm still working with it. They have a lot of time. They sit with a lot of clarity. But people who are not so successful, they said, "I am busy. मैं बाद में call करूँगा या तो मैं मेरा नहीं नहीं शाम में मिलेंगे कल मिलेंगे." But people who have lot of time are still sitting with lot of success. What is the difference? That what is that other people are not doing right?
The reason they have time is because they give time only to those tasks which is important to them.
Absolutely.
Everything else, they delegate. Now, because you are giving time only to the important tasks, you have time for that. And they have learned to say no.
Hmm.
Something they believe is not important,
They'll say no.
they'll say, sorry, I don't think so. I can afford to invest my time in that. And saying no is a big, big task.
Absolutely.
Even I am learning that
Nice. Still learning.
because sometimes you get into obligations,
Emotion.
emotions, and you have to learn. Even your family will ask you to give some time, and you have to prioritize that. So if someone falls sick in my house, I understand. I ask my son to book the best appointment of the best doctor. I have a context of so many doctors. I ask them to visit the doctor, and if it is first visit, I go. If it's a follow-up visit, my family member goes. I don't go.
Okay.
If there's a hospitalization, obviously at the time of admission and discharge, I'm there. But during the day, I don't sit there. I always go in the night after I finish my office and visit them. But I give them a best of the treatment in suit. So treatment is not done by me, it's done by the doctor. My job is to on sufficient to hire the best doctor.
Absolutely.
That's what I do during the day.
Okay.
Instead of sitting there besides the bed whole day. That my family member can do it.
Absolutely.
So it's not I don't love my family. But because I love them so much, I want to give them the best of the room and the best of the doctor.
Best.
So I will make sure that I'll insufficient to give them a best of the lifestyle and best of the treatment. At the time of admission and discharge, I'm there. But during the day, I always go in the night after I finish my office, sit with them for an hour, and then come home. That's where I prioritize my time because every 1 hour which I invest, I try to make sure that professionally I derive a value of that 1 hour.
Awesome, sir. Coming back to very interesting topic, right? I know after Diwali you go for 4 5 days off. Off means off, and by now your clients also know that Chetan Joshi will not be available for these days. Apart from your international trips, which companies take care of you, uh, how important is to take a break?
A lot. I take at least 4 to 5 break a year.
Okay.
Spending time with the family is extremely important. A, they deserve it. B, we need it. Because that's your family who absorbs all the stress from your life. Spending time with my daughters, with my daughter-in-law, holding my wife's hand, make sure that I'm out from all the stress.
Absolutely.
In any case, in our business, we have learned to manage stress.
Correct. Absolutely.
So that's not a problem. But to come back from a holiday with a much extra energy to implement some new ideas, I take the holidays. In fact, my maximum new ideas to implement in my business process has come on holidays.
Absolutely. So traveling is important.
Travel is extremely important. I do all my planning activity when I'm in traveling, when I'm on my flight, when I'm in my hotel, when I'm on my jacuzzi.
Yeah.
That's the time my mind works the most. And that's the most creative time for my brain to create ideas, which I come back and I implement.
Super. But the last point, which I always ask every guest, spirituality is different to every individual. What, according to you, is spirituality, and do you believe in it?
I strongly believe service to the society is the best spirituality.
Okay,
I'm a Rotarian for almost 17 years.
awesome.
And our senior Rotarians taught us there are 3 stages of life. First one is learn, second one is earn, and third one is return.
Rita.
When you learn from a society, earn from a society, it's your duty to give back to the society. See,
Absolutely.
the Rotary, that's exactly what we do. So when we give service to the society, when we help the needy one, because we were also needy some point of time.
Correct.
Now God has given capability to help someone else. When I do that, I think Manav Seva is the best seva.
Madhava Seva.
That's what I love it and I enjoy it. I'm so happy that my wife, my family also like this. And whatever best we can do, tan, man, dhan,
And
or talent,
absolutely.
we try to contribute.
With this, thank you, Mr. Chetan Joshi. It's been always pleasure to talk to you. We get energized, we get inspiration, and I wish God that to give you more success because you learn every day. I know you earn more. I know because I know you will return back to society. So I pray to the God that you should get more money and more learning so that it comes back to society. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Niranjan, for this opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank you all for listening to me.
yeah,
And once again, I wish all of you good morning earning.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.